When I moved into the apartment, I thought I'd struck gold. The rent was dirt cheap, the building wasn't falling apart, and it was only a 15-minute walk to work. The only catch was that I'd have to share the place with a guy named Aaron. I figured it wouldn't be a big deal. I'd had roommates before, and as long as someone didn't steal my food or blast music at 3 a.m, I could deal. Aaron seemed normal enough when I first met him. Tall, thin, maybe in his late 20s. He had pale skin that made him look like he spent more time indoors than out, but he was polite. He offered me a handshake and even helped me carry my boxes inside. The apartment was a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, with a small kitchen and a living room. The place smelled faintly like stale coffee, but I could live with that. His room was on the left side of the hall. Mine was on the right. We chatted while I unpacked. I asked about his work, and he said he did some kind of night shift security, but didn't go into details. I didn't push. People on night shifts usually had weird sleep schedules. The first night, I didn't think much of it when I woke up around 2 a.m. to use the bathroom and saw Aaron sitting on the couch in the dark, just staring at the TV screen. The TV wasn't even on. I assumed he was zoning out after work or something. I mumbled, "Hey," got no reply, and went back to bed. The next night, same thing. And the night after that. By the end of my first week, I realized that every single time I got up in the middle of the night, whether it was midnight or 5 a.m, Aaron was awake. Sometimes he was in the kitchen, leaning on the counter, staring at nothing. Other times he was sitting cross-legged on the living room floor, facing the wall. I started to wonder if he ever actually slept. One night, around 3 a.m, I decided to ask. I walked into the living room and found him on the couch, his hands clasped together, like he was praying. His eyes flicked toward me, but he didn't move his head. "Dude, do you ever go to bed?" I asked, half joking. His lips twitched like he wanted to smile but couldn't quite manage it. "I rest," he said quietly. "What does that mean?" "It's enough." He turned his gaze back to the blank TV. I stood there for a second, feeling a weird heaviness in the air, then went back to my room. Over the next few days, I started noticing smaller details that unsettled me. Aaron never ate when I was around. I never saw him cook. His bedroom door was always open, but the bed was perfectly made, like no one ever touched it. The closet was shut tight, and there was this faint metallic smell coming from inside his room, like rust or old coins. One evening, I came home early from work. The sun was just starting to set, and the apartment was dim. I walked past Aaron's door and glanced inside. He was sitting in the middle of the floor, legs folded, eyes wide open, staring right at me. I froze. Hey," I said. No response. I stepped back and went to my room without waiting for one. That night, I locked my door for the first time. A few nights later, I woke to a sound in my room. Not loud, just the creak of the floorboards, like someone shifting their weight. My heart started pounding instantly. I keep my phone by the bed, so I reached for it and turned on the flashlight. Aaron was standing in the corner of my room. He didn't move, didn't blink, just stood there, barefoot, wearing the same dark t-shirt he always wore. "Aaron, what the hell?" "I was watching you breathe," he said, in this calm, almost gentle tone. I sat up so fast I got dizzy. "Get out!" He left without another word. The next morning, he acted like nothing happened. Made small talk about the weather. Asked if I wanted coffee. I didn't drink it. From that point on, I started staying out later. I'd stay at the office until midnight, or hang out at a bar just to avoid being in the apartment. But no matter what time I came home, 11 p.m., 2 a.m., 5 a.m., he was always awake. Sometimes he'd be sitting at the kitchen table, hands flat on the wood, staring straight ahead. Other times, he'd be standing in the hallway, as if he'd been waiting for me to walk in. I asked him once, "Why are you always awake?" He smiled, just barely. "If I sleep, they come." I asked. He tilted his head like I'd asked a stupid question. "You'll see." The way he said it, it was like he was promising it. After that, I started sleeping with headphones in and my door locked. But even then, I could swear I'd hear him sometimes, faint footsteps outside my room, the doorknob turning just slightly, like he was testing it. One night, I actually heard him whisper my name through the door, just once. Then came the night I woke up to find my door unlocked. I know I locked it. I double-checked before bed. But when I woke at 4 a.m., the knob was turned, the latch open. The door was cracked just enough to see into the dark hallway. I didn't move for the rest of the night. The next day, I decided I had to get out. I called my friend Ryan and asked if I could crash at his place for a while. He said sure. That night, I started packing. I kept my bedroom door shut and locked, moving quietly so Aaron wouldn't hear. Around midnight, I heard his voice through the door. "You're leaving." It wasn't a question. "Yeah," I said, trying to sound firm. Silence. "Then, don't." I didn't reply. When I finally opened the door to carry my stuff out, Aaron was standing right there, inches away. "You shouldn't sleep somewhere else," he said. "Why not?" His eyes looked darker than usual, almost black. "They'll find you faster." I brushed past him, heart hammering, and walked straight out of the apartment without looking back. I've been at Ryan's for 2 weeks now. I'm sleeping better, but sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and think I see someone standing in the shadows. And last night, when I got up for water, I swear I saw Aaron's face reflected in the kitchen window, smiling.